Hello! Welcome to The Healing Artist. I'm your host, Freda, and friends, it is a Frequency Friday episode. I am a semi-trance voice channel, and on Fridays, we get guidance from my energy that I channel with, and that energy's name is Elisabeth. So today I thought we would ask an Elisabeth a question about nature and how you, the listener, can best get in touch with the nature around you, nature in your environment. So, something that I just do, this is a way that my spiritual gifts have unfolded, is I am able to communicate with trees, with flowers, with grass, with the land, if it's with water, with the air. If it is in nature, I am able to have a conversation with it and sort of tap into the consciousness of what it is. And it's just something that unfolded for me. In fact, I think it's like the first spiritual gift that kind of came online, and that was having a conversation with a tree. And the tree actually told me, it gave me like a layout for how life works and this lifetime and parallel adjacent lifetimes and Earth and other planets, and this tree sort of laid out the way that things work. And that was amazing. It also told me to watch Avatar, which I thought was like really, really, really funny because I'm like, what is this tree in the middle of like Wilton, Sacramento? It's telling me to watch Avatar. I'm like, listen, it's the truth. It happened. It's my truth. But yeah, it was pretty funny. So it has consciousness beyond just chilling literally in that space connected to everything else. It knew about Avatar and the tree of life that was shared in that and plugging their tails into this tree and the interconnectedness of all things. That's what it wanted to share with me. And they were saying that Avatar did a good job sort of visually showing what it was talking about. So, because this comes natural to me, I wanted to sort of share some of the ways that I connect with nature, and that is through my hands. So, I love to touch the trunks of trees. And right here in the middle of our palms, this is a direct line to our hearts. So this palm chakra is connected to our heart chakra. Like I can feel with the palms of the middle of my hand here, I can feel it go into the center of my heart. They resonate together. And I like to ask the trees first, may I touch you? And then I'll put both of my palms of my hands on the tree. Sometimes if I'm holding something, I'll just put one hand on the tree and it'll often say, give me both hands, like let's connect. So I like to put both my palms on the tree and I just say hello. Hello, I'm Freda, and I feel my roots dropping down into the earth. Now, below our feet, below our root chakra, down in the earth, we have an earth star chakra. And that chakra, the roots going down, connecting that earth star chakra, it's almost like the tree gives me a little taste, like, who are you? And we get to know each other. And that's sort of like I go down and in, and the tree I can feel the tree coming sort of up, and we sort of taste each other's energy. I guess that's the way that I would put it. And sometimes the trees do some work with me, like it'll do some physical work inside of my body. And sometimes we just acknowledge one another. And it's just like hey man, what's up? I see you. And the tree's like, hey girl, what's up? I see you. And that's really all it is. And then sometimes the tree drops some hot wisdom, or it does a physical body healing on me. Like if I have a lot of tension in my shoulders or something, like sometimes it'll give me do some body work on me. So it's springtime in the Bay Area. We've had a lot of rain and there are flowers everywhere. And I adore flowers. I always have. Ever since my childhood, I've always adored flowers. But in the last 6 years, what I've realized is I can talk to flowers. Flowers have consciousness, and flowers have hella personality. They all feel different. And the way I like to say hello and talk to flowers is I talk out loud to flowers. To trees, I talk to trees a lot of the time in my head. Flowers like to be talked to out loud. They like praise and acknowledgement. So flowers, in my personal experience, and not all flowers, but they often like, oh, you're so beautiful and admired. And I would like to invite you to try this. If you've never had an experience where you have spent some time intimately with some flowers that are growing, I want you to go check them out. Really pay attention. So spend the time and really look at them and say, hello. You can introduce yourself. Hello, my name is. And then tell them how beautiful they are. Oh, your leaves are absolutely remarkable. I love the way your veins look underneath the leaves as the sunlight pours through them. Oh, there's these blossoms and this glow coming from underneath your petals as they blow. And watch them respond. And I am not kidding. Please do this. Go check out some flowers. Start talking to the flowers. And they respond. They are conscious. They respond. Flowers respond to humans. Talk to them. Watch them. Watch them carefully. Sometimes the elements will come and aid and assist. Like it could be completely still air and you'll be talking to the flowers and all of a sudden the wind will just blow through those flowers and those leaves, and watch them and see if they start moving. Something fun is I feel energy when I'm talking to flowers through sort of like my ET finger. So my pointer finger on my right hand. In the tip of my finger, in the top tip part, I can feel energy going back and forth extra a lot. And that's sort of what I call my flower finger. And I'll put just this finger close to the flower, and I'm not literally touching the petals, but I'm like an inch or less away. And I will just almost like as if I was stroking the petals without actually stroking the petals. And I'll just put my finger there and go sort of just like saying hello as if I was petting a cat or a dog. But I'm energetically saying, I love you to the flower. And this finger, this pointer finger on my right hand, is the one that I feel the most energy through. But I can feel it through all the fingertips. So I can also hold my hands around the flowers to say hello. So I want to invite you to honestly, like, go outside and do this later. Please go ahead, say hello to the flowers, write in the comments, tell me what happens for you. Also, do you talk to flowers? People, especially I feel like from the pandemic on, gardening, it's like people are on point with their gardening now. And I wonder, as folks are gardening, do you understand the consciousness of your garden? Are you tapping in that way? Because nature is speaking to us if we are quiet and we are able to listen. There's a trust involved in this, right? It's like you have to believe that these things are happening. And sometimes we play Delulu until you get the real, like, we act as if, or you pretend until it starts to really come online and happen for you. And the way that all of these spiritual gifts started opening up for me, it is a product of me doing my inner work. It is a product of me sitting in the center of all of my stuff and clearing my channel. And as a semi-trance voice channel, I promise we're going to start channeling here any minute. It is my job to get as clear as possible. So the work that I do, and when I'm talking to you and what I'm sharing, what I'm doing here with you on this podcast, you can have a perfectly great life without going as insanely deep as I do. But my desire, and to be a good channel, is I want to keep clearing within me so that my stuff isn't in here, so that I can be a clear conduit of light, so that when I'm anchoring light into the land, when I am bringing the channeling Elisabeth through my voice, or other energies, when they're coming through me, I don't want them bumping up against my stuff and my human experience. I want them to have a direct line, clear through. I get out of the way and just allow the information to come through. Okay, where were we? Our question is, it's about connecting to nature. So I'm going to ask Elisabeth, what is the best way? I don't know if best is the right word. Elisabeth, will you please tell the listeners of The Healing Artist, would you please tell them an assortment of ways that they can connect to nature? Because I'm just telling you how I started doing this. It just kind of started happening. But yeah, let's ask Elisabeth, what are some ways that you could turn on and tune in and start listening to the wisdom of the trees and the flowers and the grass and the land? All right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and drop out and let Elisabeth come in, and let's see what she has to say. We would like to introduce you to this notion of being close to nature, having a conversation with nature, opening yourself up to realizing that nature is the answer. We know how tapped into your technology that you are, and we would like to use the word technology as a connector so that you understand that nature is also a form of technology. It holds the ancient answers. And when you are working with the nature, it is helping you to remember who you came here to be. It is helping you remember all of the lifetimes that are necessary for this lifetime that would be helpful, aiding and assisting in your current journey. Nature will help you remember skills, moments, paths, knowledge. For most of you have an ancient connection to nature in some form, and we would ask you to connect with it in this time as a form of technology that will connect you back to your own self. Imagine that you need to be plugged into something. Imagine that you are the phone and nature is the phone charger. It is like that. And you have become disconnected, so disconnected from your true world, so disconnected from where you come from the earth. There are so many obstacles put between you and the land that we say to you now, it is time to wake up and return. Go to the forest. Go to the mountains. Go out to the garden, to the land, to the park, anywhere where there is organic nature. There is more aliveness, there is more consciousness in a forest that has created itself as opposed to lines of trees that humans have put into place. There is consciousness, but it is less. Imagine that you have a dairy cow on a farm, and the dairy cow is treated with the love, respect, and is a member of the family in a way where they are part of the family community. They are loved, talked to, and nurtured and held and given excellent food and loved. They have free range to eat the grass all over many hillsides, and they are part of the earth, and the earth is part of them. Then we have a cow that is part of factory farming. There is still consciousness in the cow, but it is in a less cared for way. It is in a more linear way than, say, the consciousness of the well cared for cow. We would say the same about nature, because nature has consciousness the same as you or I, the same as the cow. So a line of almond trees that have been planted by man in order to harvest the almonds has consciousness, but it has less consciousness than the forest. We hope you are understanding what we are putting down here. There is just a different frequency and vibration. They are here for different reasons. They are performing different duties. Let us talk about the forest because that is the land in which we desire to communicate with you about now. There is an element of silence that needs to be introduced into your life before you can play with these things. Get quiet. Put down your phone, put down distractions, and sit quietly. Walk quietly, for in the silence is the answers. For in the silence you can hear your body. Getting to know your own physical body and getting to know what you feel like without the interference, all of the interference around you, will help you to know your body so that when you connect with nature, when you connect with the trees, when you connect with the flowers, the grass, the land, when you connect with the water, as you connect with these living, breathing, beautiful aspects, you can feel them because you know your own vibration and frequency and are tuned into your own body, mind, and being. This is not a small feat. This is practice. But this is the invitation. And this is no longer negotiable. For the next test that you will be taking is not a test created by man. It is a test created by nature. I feel Freda asking, but what are the people to do? Here are the ways that one can connect to nature. Go out and take your shoes off and get grounded into the land, taking your bare feet and placing your bare feet into the grass, onto the land, into the nature. Put your feet on the land. Make an intention, say an intention in your mind that you will be dropping your own energetic root system down and into the land, grounding you into the land. This is one way to ground into the land. Placing the palms of your hands on the tree, inviting the tree to have a conversation, speaking to the tree, opening yourself, saying, I love you, sharing your name, sharing your earth star with the tree, noticing if you can feel the tree feeling you. You can place your forehead on the tree. You can place both hands and make an interconnected triangular web with your forehead by placing your forehead on the tree. You can lay in the grass. You can put your palms down in the grass, with the grass connecting to the back of your neck. You will have much information come through when you connect your back of your neck to the land. The back of our neck, the brainstem, is an access point where many calcified difficulties stay. Many stories get stored in the back of the brain. So when you are doing your healing work, often we do things like open up the back of the neck and work on the structure in the brain stem. Here, we are rewriting the stories, deprogramming, removing chips, removing things from the body. We are taking these things out. So when you are connecting this to a tree, when you put your neck on the tree, when you put your neck on the land, when you connect your neck here, it is opening up energy work. Then ask the land, will they work with you? Opening up and asking them to remove any limiting beliefs that are keeping you from being able to communicate with nature. We would ask you and invite you to put your hands in the soil. If you're using your garden, if you're planting, if you spend time out under the sun, absorb the energy of the sun by just being out in the sunlight. Yes, you can put your protective sunscreen. Yes, you can wear your wide-brimmed hat, but be outside. Allow those rays to come down on you and put your hands in the soil. Work the land, break the earth apart. Open your heart, sitting in the center of your heart, opening the front of your heart, opening the back of your heart, and getting quiet. We would ask you to not listen to music while you're connecting in nature. We would ask you to not chitter chat with your friend. We are asking you to get silent in nature at this time and have private experiences with the land. These private experiences are opening you up to rewriting the very technology to help you upgrade the DNA inside of your body. It will change the vibration and frequency of you. There will come a time where nature is the full answer. Right now, there is a push that the answer is behind closed doors, that the answer is moving through the air with AI, computers, cell phones, a war for your attention. There is a request to completely and totally move away from that. And we are not saying that you need to isolate, but we are saying that connecting to nature with the intention of making that connection is the direction of the future of this planet in the reality that Freda is a part of. There are many different realities moving forward, and you are welcome to be part of any of them. None of them are wrong. They are just simply choices of what you prefer and what you would like to experience. There is nothing wrong with preferring to experience the technological future. There's nothing wrong at all. There is nothing wrong with desiring to connect to a future that has a lot of warring and lack of resources and suffering. There's nothing wrong with the desire to be part of that reality and connect to that future. There is also futures out there in which society is recreated from the ground up, in which community comes together, in which there is community where neighbors take care of neighbors and reform how things are done. There's a return to the land. The people that know how to work the land and listen to the soil, the indigenous. This is the direction. These are the answers. It will become imperative that we take care of our water because water is life. It will become imperative that we take care of our land because the very soil that we are on, we must work in a symbiotic reciprocity. We must work together. We have been taking so much from the land, and now it is time that we work together in a circle so that there is more than enough for everyone. There is a remembering, there is an honoring. The system is not taken from too much because there isn't an overconsumption. There is more than enough for everyone to have their needs met. There is sickness in the head that people think that their needs are very specific and greater than what they actually are. And it's okay to live in the reality where there is suffering and sickness. That's okay. There is no wrong answer here. We just speak to you that if you desire to remember why you're here, remember how you came from, where you came from, remember that you are part of the cosmos and made of love. Remember that you are a piece of God, that you are part of the divine, that you are part of the Creator experiencing everything on this earth, and you create your own reality. If you want to live in harmony with the land and you want to live in harmony with your fellow man, if you want to experience great joy, if you want to cultivate a higher frequency vibration and aid and assist with the elevation of the planet, those answers are in the woods. Those answers are in the forest. And those answers are in the silence. And they are individual for each and every one of you. For each and every one of you have come to Earth for a different reason at this time. You are each here for a different plan. And that plan is of your design. This answer is longer than I believe Freda originally anticipated. And it is not a 1, 2, 3, but when have I ever spoken in 1, 2, 3? And this is what we would like to share with you at this time. All right. I'm going to have to listen back to that one because I actually dropped back in a way that I'm not really knowing what she said. I'm not really remembering. So I'm going to have to go ahead and listen back to that. Yeah, but just sort of chitter chatting about the way that I connect with nature. Go outside and go and see if you can feel the feelings of the flowers. I think that high school is like a lot like flowers. Like there's all the different kinds of energies related to the personality types of people you might meet in the world, but they're flowers. It's so fun. And flowers sometimes ask me to take their pictures and they'll like move and pose and do photo shoots. So like they'll be like, take my picture, take my picture. So then I'm like, oh my goodness, okay. So then I'll like pull my phone out and I start taking pictures with the flowers and they'll like pose and move and change. And all of a sudden the wind is involved because nature is all working together. Yeah, and the wind will sort of stir up and move around, and the flowers will blow and show you different angles. And yeah, that is a fun game that I like to play with flowers. And yeah, but really, this invitation is to just go get really quiet, go alone, go get quiet, put your phone in your pocket, don't listen to music, turn off your brain and get into your body. And a way to turn off your brain in nature is to become an observer in such a way where just start looking at stuff and noticing it. So just when you look at a petal on a flower, just look at a single petal and just go into it and into it and into it. So it's like, what is the first thing? You're going to notice its color. Next, you're going to notice its shape. Well, let's go further. If you cock your head and the sun is pouring in, can you see through it? Are any parts of it translucent in any way? Can you see the vein work? How does it make you feel? You can test the energy of it. You can put your hand near it. Start talking to the flower. Like, just keep going in and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I've seen these things online. I've seen them like on Instagram where an artist will make like a big picture and it just keeps zooming in and zooming in and zooming in and zooming in. So it's like a picture inside of a picture inside of a picture inside of a picture, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Do that with nature. Look at the bark on a tree. Notice its color. Notice the scaliness of the bark and how is it uniform or is it all different all over? Notice the texture. Notice the smell. Feel it with your fingers. What does it feel like? Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Look at the ridges on the edges of the bark. Look at how the ridges on the edge of the bark change all over the tree because the sunlight is hitting them different. Are there any insects crawling on the trees? Are there any ants on the trees? Are there any bugs or beetles? Is there moss? Go in, go in, go in, go in. And it's like, just keep getting deeper, 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 deeper. And it's like this really almost like meditative trance, meditative practice to just go in, go in, go in. And there's so much peace, relief, quiet, softening. Go into this as just like a way to touch base with your energy and a way to like reset. There isn't like a point, you know? It's not like you're going in and you're like trying to get a stranglehold on something. You're not trying to like demand something of nature. You're just having a curious conversation and opening yourself up to the magic and miracles of being alive. Because trees and flowers and grass and the land have consciousness like we do. It's different. But also it is very, very, very much alive. So, write in the comments, have you ever talked to flowers? Have flowers ever told you anything? Do you have any tree stories? I'd really genuinely love to know. Okay, you want to ask Elisabeth a question? visit my website, fredahealing.com. You can shoot me an email. There's a way to get in touch with me there. And if you're interested in working with me, you can sign up for my program, Return to Self-Love. I teach a morning meditation program that meets Tuesday mornings. And you can learn more about that on my website. And also sign up for my mailing list so that you know what's going on. I teach different courses throughout the year. And if you're on my mailing list, you'll know what's coming up. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. God, Universe, Source loves you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.